Part 2. So this is the Harmony blanket. It's with stocking stitch and then garter stitch ridges. And I'll be adding in blues. Thank goodness, because everyone knows how much I love brown. And then because there isn't a mustard in the Harmony, I'm going to add a little pop of mustard with Joy. So that's, I think I cast on 130 stitches. Did some garter stitch rows, stocking stitch about 12 rows of stocking stitch, and then 12 rows of, or 6 garter ridges of the garter stitch. And it's just going to keep repeating like that. It's not going to be a massive blanket. It's more like a cot size to put on the baby or in the pram. It's quite thick. It's an Aran or double worsted. What's Aran weight? So it will be quite nice and warm. So it's not to wrap around the baby, but to just go on top. On top. So that is that blanket. Gosh, so much stuff happening here. My hot water bottle. Who knows where I've put that? Oh, here it is. So this is a pattern by Pearl Soho. It's a free pattern. I think it's called Warm Wishes. I did it in Frida, which is a yarn by Lang, a color change yarn. And it just turned out so nice. You start out with a little rolled, little bit of a rolled, or does it just, yeah, it's a little bit of stocking stitch, so it rolls down. And then rib, which I did twisted. And then you just increase for the shoulders, got increase on either side, almost like a raglan sweater. And then it decreases and you Kitchener. I think I got my Kitchener pretty good. Looks quite neat. So that is my daughter's hot water bottle. That is that. Then I talked in my newsletter about my Pick a Granny Square class on the 14th of March. I've got the Granny Square decks, which are, I can see them over there, but I'm not going to get them. Where it's a deck of cards and everyone's going to pick one and just make that. So it will throw you out your comfort zone, and then you can choose a card of your choice and make that. Ooey Gooey sweater, we're going to be doing a knit along with Karen from Miss Lamott. Oh, my button box throw. It's down here. So I've actually finished the pattern, but now I'm just making it a bit bigger. This is with my Esther Teresa Advent set. I'm loving this. It's like my real comfort knitting. It's got this little eyelet row, and then it's just plain knitting, increasing. So I'll put a link in my newsletter to the pattern. It's a Helen Stewart Curious Handmade pattern. So it's my button box throw I'm working on. I want to try and finish that in March. Then I talked in my newsletter about comfort knits. So this here is my Garter Breeze. So I've got some lovely sock sets. I don't think I brought them down here. Lovely sets that I can make up with Big Fox. It's basically 3 variegated skeins, 100 grams of each, and then you'll need a little bit, like a less than 50 gram skein for that. So you've got your 3. Let me show you what it looks like. This is a Stephen West pattern. So this was my January finish. You can see the 3 colors. I love knitting this. It was such a relaxing knit with short rows. Didn't have to think. And then this is my last little bit I added. And then I also did the I-cord all the way around in the bright pink. So it's beautiful and drapey. So what I'm wearing today is a Garter Breeze. I just love it. It's so, so comfy. So when it's cold, which I don't get much chance in Durban, but colours are quite nice. It's a little bit of a chillier day today, so it's just such a nice shawl. So that's my Garter Breeze. Then my other comfort knit is my Advent scarf. It's an Emma Carter pattern. You start with like a Turkish toe type cast on, like you're doing a toe and a sock, and you just knit in a tube. So this is a lovely one also to play with stripes and colour. So I've got a whole basket of colour to go through. it's going to go through all these mauvey, pinky colors and then head onto the greeny, mustardy grays. And there were blues, some blues. So that's fun. That's a fun one. It's so nice to knit round and round and not have to worry about anything else. Sock. The other one, these are my travel socks. I started this when I was traveling, and this is my goal. I need to finish this by next weekend when we have Sock Knitters Anonymous Club. So I have a fair amount to go. So that will be my focus this weekend and next week during the evenings to finish that sock. I'll try to get that finished by next weekend. That's just a plain vanilla sock pattern with a heel flap and gusset. And I knit them on my little 9-inch shorties the whole way until I get to the toe decreases, and then I use higher flyers, which are double pointed needles, flexible ones. Oh, my other cozy knit is in this blanket, in this bag from the V&A. Got with my friend. This, I don't know if it shows up on camera. This is a Cozy Comfort throw by a Homespun House. I saw her knitting this on her Vlogmas, and it just looks so nice. She sits on a couch, lights candles, has tea, has little cookies, and it just was so appealing. So I've been holding Esther Theresa sock sets, which we collected last year, along with Cargill Blues, Merino Linen, and Silver Fox. So it's these sort of colors. I have got some of these Esther Theresas, these ones in particular, on my website. And then I'm holding mine with the Silver Fox, Cargill Blues, Merino Linen. Some people are holding it with sable, some people are holding it with natural. And you just hold it double. You do it on, I think it's 5mm needles, or maybe 5.5. No, they look like, gosh, I can't see in this light. They look like 5s. And you get this beautiful, thick, squishy blanket. And I'm basically just using up 50-gram merino linen for each stripe. And then I have a little bit of the Esther Theresa left over to put into socks. So there's that, one of my cozy knits. My other cozy knit, sorry, my chair is extremely squeaky, is my Jaunty. I'm holding this with my Grinch fluffies and my Zubber ball. And the Jaunty, oh, look at that, I've like not even a 10th of the way through a row. This is Andrea Mowry pattern, and it's also the half shimmin red, and just looks so lovely with the Zubber, and with the fluff added to it with the kid silk, just adds this beautiful halo. I don't know if you can see the little halo. It's such a lovely pattern. I'm thinking of doing it in my hand spun as well. But I wouldn't hold this with anything because I want it to just shine. So I've got that hand spun. And then if I run out, I'll do the other part in that. So that's the plan. But first, I must finish this one. I was just going to use one Zubber, but it's not going to be big enough. I like really big chunky scarves, so I'm going to use a second Zubber just to get the length on that. So that is my other comfort project, and I think that's come to the end. Yeah, so that is it, and we've got like 40 seconds. So click the link, go look at my newsletter. I've got photographs there, more description, links to the patterns, and ideas about yarn. Okay, cheers. Chantal from Be Inspired signing out. Bye.